Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk to you about a trading strategy that will surprise you. This strategy is so simple that even beginner traders can use it. The interesting thing about this strategy is that it doesn't use any indicators at all. We trade solely based on the Sydney session. What's fascinating is that this strategy works on all currency pairs. I won't take much of your time, so let's dive right into it and apply this strategy together. I'm currently on the Bitcoin chart in the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, the time frame we chose for this strategy is the 1 hour chart, but it has its own specific conditions. First, we need to identify the type of trend. On the 1 hour chart, we can see lower highs and lower lows. If I draw it for you, we have a high, another high lower than the previous one, and similarly lower lows. This tells us that the market is in a downtrend. Now, let me remove these points so we can see more clearly. The strategy begins by ensuring we have a trend, either upward or downward. The next step is to draw a trend line along the trend, which is the most important part of this strategy. Drawing the trend line correctly is essential. Imagine the chart before the Sydney session has started. We draw our trend line from this point to that point. Now, the only thing we need is for the Sydney session to hunt the price on the 1 hour chart. The price must break the Sydney session's high. At this point, many traders hit their stop losses, but this is exactly where we want to enter the market. The blue areas on the chart indicate the Sydney session. We drew our trend line, and when the Sydney session ends, the candles break the trend line high. Unfortunately, many traders enter a buy position here and get stopped out, but we will wait for the correct entry. Once the Sydney session high is broken on the 1 hour chart, we switch to the 5-minute chart to locate the precise entry. We draw our trend line again, and as you can see, it breaks for the first time. Many traders enter a buy position here, but the market often moves sideways or retraces, causing them to get stopped out. Our strategy is simple. After Sydney breaks, mark the Sydney session high with a line. When candles break this level and then retrace back to it, we enter a sell position. Once our trend line is broken for the first time, we place our stop loss slightly above the break level and set our take profit at least to the Sydney session low. This gives a very good risk-to-reward ratio. Even though we could aim for a higher take profit, our strategy is not about greed. We return to the previous untouched Sydney session low. Let's look at another example. Back on the 1 hour chart, we see the trend has changed from downward to upward. We have an uptrend with higher highs and higher lows. However, a significant support or resistance level was touched here, which can give us a potential trade. Even though we are in an uptrend, we may enter a sell position at key levels, always sticking to our strategy, time frame, and trend analysis. The key point in this strategy is that we must always have a trend line. Once it is broken, we can enter our position. For instance, here we have an uptrend with higher highs and lows. We draw a trend line from the shadow of this candle. During the Sydney session, it breaks, and switching to the 5-minute chart, a few candles give a high profit with excellent risk to reward. We set our stop loss below the last low and take profit at the previous Sydney session high. This strategy helps you understand sessions better. Many traders trade only using sessions, and this strategy works on all currencies and assets. You can test it on any currency pair you like. Now, on the Euro to US dollar chart, let's see if we have another setup. Here, we have a downtrend that turned into a range. I draw my trend line from the market low to this point. During the Sydney session, the price breaks, and we can immediately enter the trade, set our risk to reward, stop loss below the low, and take profit at the level we marked. Often, higher take profits are also possible. I hope you enjoy this strategy and find it useful. I wish you consistent profits. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want me to share more tips, please let me know in the comments. Thank you and goodbye.